join me and my son Eli on our 2 back-to-back sea days aboard Icon of the Seas. We'll take you along for all of the fun activities that we participated in and all of the delicious food that we ate, and even get a little lucky in the casino. So I did not get up at the butt crack of dawn like I had intended to, but I did get up a little after 9, grabbed some coffee, and checked out the pool chair situation. And as you can see, there were quite a few chairs still available, most of them actually. There were barely any people out. So I headed back to the room to grab towels and Eli. So it's about 9:30 on our first sea day, and there's so many pool chairs available. I was not expecting that. So I got my coffee, and I'm about to see if I can get Eli out of the bed. Yeah. That's always a theme when I take him cruising. Going down. I never know which way to go to get into my room. So anyways, we're gonna see if we can get him up and go snag a pool chair for the day. Okay, so Eli's not getting up, so he's just going to have to miss out on some pool time this morning. I'm going to let him sleep because I know it's been a long couple of days. But before I head out into the pool, I wanted to just address something that I have had so many women talk to me about, and let's just go ahead and address the swimsuit issue. When you are older or carrying some extra weight or whatever, everybody, no matter what body shape or size they have, has some complaints about their body. But for women in particular, we have a tendency to miss out on things because of our self-consciousness. And I just want to take this opportunity to say, stop doing that. I was very, very guilty of this in my past, and I have missed out on so many wonderful experiences because I didn't want to be seen in a swimsuit. I'm over that now. I'm going out not only in a swimsuit, but I'll be walking around with no makeup on. I don't really care anymore. I am going to enjoy myself. The bottom line is nobody cares. So why should you? I don't remember these people and what they looked like in a swimsuit when I go home. I remember the experiences that I had. So I'm about to take my chubby little imperfect body out there in this cute little swimsuit that I got from Cupshe and live my best life. And also, I'm taking this little love bag. Did I show you guys this love bag? Let's put it on. It makes this cute little sack that I can take all my goodies to the pool with. I'm going to get some sunscreen because if you watched my packing video, I'll leave the link here, I ran out of sunscreen and I forgot to get more. And I know I'm gonna have to pay a fortune for it on this ship, but I gotta have it. So I'm headed to get some sunscreen and see if there's still a pool chair left at the pool. It was great at 9:30, but it's after 10 now. Probably be about 10:30 when I finally make it there, so we'll see what's left. Since I didn't show you the Central Park neighborhood yesterday, I'll give you a sneak peek here, and we'll give a more in-depth tour on a later video. But this was on my way to Surfside, where I could find the store that sold the sunscreen. If you enter from Central Park area, Sunshine and Sundries is directly to your right, and there you can pick up any beach items that you may have forgotten from home. I paid $22 for a can of Sun Bum spray. So I didn't end up swimming this morning, but I did find a comfy chair and lay down and read my Kindle for a while because Eli called and said he wanted to get up, get dressed, and for us to eat and hang out together for a little while, but he wasn't up for swimming quite yet. Eli was taking way longer than anticipated, so I headed to lunch without him. I figured he could join me later. And I went to the Aquadome marketplace to try out ginger and some Asian food. Can I have rice? And some chicken teriyaki. And I'll try the sweet and sour shrimp too. Thank you. And I really hate to say this, but just like at the buffet, it looked really good, But as far as taste goes, it definitely wasn't the greatest. The Asian food at my mall food court beats this hands down. I did get a good fortune out of this though. And since I had just had lunch, as you all could probably guess, it was getting to be about that time. Eli finally met me to eat at the mac and cheese place, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, and this kid is a macaroni and cheese connoisseur, and he didn't really enjoy this. So another fail for the Aquadome food. And now for a quick restroom intermission and tutorial. Okay, so these bathrooms, I don't even know how to work them. You can't pull it shut, so I guess you have to wait like 10 minutes for the door to shut. And then you wave your hand in front, and when it turns red, it's locked. It literally took like a full minute to open and shut. And now we were headed to play mini golf, but right next to the mini golf course were these cute little tables where you could play like foot soccer underneath, and Eli wanted to give that a try first. And anything this kid wants to do with me, I try to make that happen because I knew it wouldn't be long before he ditched me again. I do so love seeing a happy Eli moment. Now for mini golf. There were lots of little kids on the course that day who didn't quite understand the rules about moving along, but Eli was really patient with them, and it made me really proud. And now we headed to the Aquadome Theater for the world's sexiest man contest. This is one of my favorite game shows on Royal Caribbean. What always gets me at these competitions, and maybe it's just my age, but all the quote-unquote hot guys rarely have any personality or any moves at all. Meanwhile, the silver-haired guys with the dad bods are bringing their A game. They're busting out all the moves. These are the guys you want to swipe right on Tinder, ladies. Or is that just me? I don't know. To each their own. Now for a couple of mom and son pina coladas before they announce the winner. And what do you know? Dad bod and personality beats youth and muscles. Gotta love it. Okay, so here's what I'm wearing for dressy night. I don't know what they call it on Royal Caribbean, if it's like formal night, gala night, dressy night, whatever it is. This is as dressed up as I'm gonna get. And actually, the button closure like popped off of this top button, but I'm just not gonna make any sudden movements, and we're gonna call it a day. Because I did not pack any extra outfits, but I did bring something to wear different every night for dinner. And this is one of the outfits, so we are gonna wear it. And just slides. It's cute enough. I'm still waiting on Eli to get back and get ready so we can go. We haven't, I think I lied the last time and said our dinner reservation was at 5 something, but it's not. It's at 8 or 8:15. So we did get the My Time dining, and that was the only slot available because we didn't book this cruise. Hey, Eli. We didn't book this cruise until like a week before we came on it. It was a last minute booking. So that's what we got, and we're rolling with it. Okay, well, Eli didn't want to be on camera giving this to me, but he said, here's your thank you gift for bringing me on this cruise. That's so sweet. So that's why he wasn't in the room getting ready for dinner. He said it's because he wants to use face wash, but I don't believe him. I think he's just really a sweetheart. Thank you, Eli.
You're welcome.
You're the bestest. My handsome date for tonight. I'm waiting for him to put his cologne on because he literally felt compelled to spend every dollar.
It's the exact
that he
same
had.
as a woman having their makeup on or not going to dinner.
Okay, you got a good point there. We're gonna be late.
Well, how do I
We're gonna be
open
late
this?
for a very important date. Here, I'll do it for you. I'd do anything for you, son. He was low-key annoyed that I got this open so fast, but like I've told him since he was a baby, moms are magic. Now we're off to dinner at the main dining room. The MDR has 3 levels. We were on level 3 because that's the dining room for My Time Dining. Now, even though it's called My Time Dining, they highly encourage for you to have a reservation. So since we did that, I wasn't expecting the line to be so long. There are 2 separate lines, one for people with no reservation and one for people with reservations. Both were very long, but I did find a hack for this on subsequent nights, so make sure you subscribe to get that handy dandy tip. After about 20 minutes, we were finally led to our table for 2. The menu in the main dining room changes every night, and it's usually themed, and tonight's theme was Dine Like an Icon. This is French onion soup. You can try it. Caesar salad and calamari. Fun fact, Eli didn't know what calamari was, and when he asked me and I told him that it was squid, he never even tried it. So I can't tell you whether the calamari was good or not because I also prefer not to eat squid. The French onion soup, however, was pretty good, and of course the Caesar salad, you can't hardly mess that up. For our main courses, Eli got the chicken cordon bleu with mashed potatoes and grilled veggies, and I got the beef tenderloin with asparagus and mashed potatoes and gravy. Apple cobbler and ice cream, and Eli got the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna take the first bite and see if it's any good. That's pretty good. Okay, so apparently I forgot to close out day 2, but that's okay because you saw everything we did. Started day 3 with some coffee from the Pearl Cafe. The Pearl Cafe is an included restaurant, well, snack area mainly. They have some light sweet bites for breakfast and light lunch sandwiches. And also they serve specialty coffee here, which happens to be Starbucks, but at a much lower cost. Good morning. It's day 3. It's 10:30 and I've already had my coffee at the Pearl Cafe. It was my first time going there in the morning. Beautiful space. I've wandered around the ship, sat out on deck and watched the ocean, and came back to the room and changed to go hang out at the pool. And Eli is still asleep because the teen club is rocking every night, apparently, and he did some silent disco last night and sent me a picture. It's so cute to watch how engaged he is at these activities with his friends, because when he was with me, everything is lame most of the time, but we've had a good time together. Right now, I'm gonna go see if I can still find a pool chair at my favorite pool on deck 17. It kind of has an infinity edge and the bar's right there. The swim up bar pool looks really nice, but it's always so crowded, and I just don't know if I'm up for that today, and hopefully Eli will get up before lunch. Let's go enjoy this second full sea day. So I made it to deck 17, and like I expected, I was a little bit too late to grab a chair poolside, but I did look up and find a spot just a little further down right next to the hot tub. Here's a little information about pool towels on Royal Caribbean. You will have to show your room card when you check out a towel, and then show your room card when you bring it back. And if you don't do this, even if you just leave it in your cabin and ask the room steward to take care of it, they will charge you $25. So make sure you get that pool towel turned in each and every day. So I did find a spot, not at the pool that I wanted, but I found a good place in the sun, pretty close to the hot tub. So I'm just going to lay here and read my Kindle until Eli gets up and can come join me and go to the water park. Things get really crowded a little bit after 10 o'clock. So before, the pool's open at 9. So if you get out here at 9, from my experience, it's pretty wide open. But after 10, you're going to be a little more limited, but still plenty of seating, and it's a beautiful day today. It's not cloudy, so I should be able to get a really good suntan today. So my plan to get super hot and then go jump in the pool was pretty much canceled because they closed the pool right as I was ready to go jump in. So now back to the room to check on Eli. So it is 12:30 and Eli is just now getting up. So I didn't do the water park today. I hung out, and got some sun, read my Kindle a little bit. And now I think we're going to head to Playmakers to get some lunch, see where the day takes us. I haven't been really impressed by the free food on this ship, guys, the included food. I'm not going to lie. So far, nothing has been worth really me going back and eating again, except for Loco Fresh. I really enjoy that, but I don't want to eat it again today. I've eaten it twice already. So we're going to check out Playmakers. I think they have some kind of bar type food, maybe burgers and wings. It is an extra charge. I'm willing to shell out a little bit of extra money to have a decent meal. And we're probably going to make a reservation at a specialty restaurant tonight. Eli is pressing for the Italian restaurant. I really kind of want to try Chops. I've never been to Chops, and I really like the teppanyaki place also. So we'll see. You'll be surprised at where we choose. See you guys later. Playmakers Sports Bar is located on the aft of the ship on deck 6, right in front of the ice rink and the kids clubs. Eli paused here to look at the preparations being made for today's parade. Royal Caribbean ships usually does a parade sometime during the 7-day sailing where they just have different characters come through, and it's a fun thing for families and kids. And here we'll get a better look of the Pearl Cafe and these Florida ceiling windows with wonderful ocean views. It's such a beautiful place to enjoy coffee and breakfast in the morning. And this is the part where Eli convinces me to let him run down to Starbucks and get a cake pop before his first meal of the day. But hey, we're on vacation. Quick pause to look at some very interesting decor on Icon of the Seas. And now back up to Playmakers. There are several arcade-style games in Playmakers, and I didn't check to see if those particular games were free. It looked like there was a place to tap your card. But I know that these two machines here are free. And Pac-Man is one of my favorites, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. And this was Donkey Kong, another throwback. Okay, so Eli got, what'd you get? The burger with fries, and their fries are topped with some kind of sauce and Parmesan. And I got some buffalo wings and an onion ring stack. So I'm excited to try this out and see if it's better than some of the included food that I've had so far. This is a cute place, and I'm super stoked about the Pac-Man machine. I wish it was Miss Pac-Man. If that's okay, Pac-Man will do. These were the minor league wings, one step above little league, and they were really good. The sauce is a little bit sweet, but it was still really good buffalo sauce. And Eli got the Playmaker fries and the classic burger. And of course, you saw the giant onion ring stack in the middle, and the onion rings were cooked perfectly. We were really satisfied with this meal. So far, this has been the best lunch fare that we've had so far. Is it good? How good on the scale from 1 to 10? Oh, a 9. That's pretty strong. As promised, as soon as we got done eating, I headed to the Pac-Man machine, and my skills were a little bit rusty, but I was bound and determined to get a little bit better, so Eli eventually just left me. I probably sat there for a good 30 minutes playing Pac-Man. Here's a few clips from the parade that I passed by through the promenade on the way back to my cabin to take a nap. This is a fun activity for the kids especially. They were really enjoying this. Heading to the main dining room. We didn't go to Italian tonight. We'll try for that tomorrow because I didn't make a reservation. I slept for about 4 hours today in the cabin, so this cruise is wearing me out, guys. It's a lot of fun, there's a lot of stuff to do, but it's really kind of overstimulating for me right now with all the kids running around. So here we go, let's go to dinner. Oh, thank you. Tonight's theme in the dining room was a taste of Italy. We always love the bread that comes out before dinner, of course. Who doesn't love bread and butter? But we particularly liked these soft ones, so pro tip, you don't have to eat those hard rolls. You can just ask your waiter to bring you the ones that you like. So the line to get in tonight was not near as long, and I think the trick was even though our reservation was for 8:15, we got here right before 7:30 and we just walked straight through. So there's a tip. Come a good 30, maybe even 40 minutes early than your time, and you'll have a much easier time being seated. For our main course tonight, we both got the lasagna. I think this looked a good bit better than it tasted. Another fail in the main dining room. The main dining room has been hit or miss. Some things are really good and some things are just meh. For dessert, Eli repeated the apple and cobbler from last night because he knew it was good, and I got the tiramisu. And because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that, I also got this Italian chocolate hazelnut dessert, and OMG, I forgot all about that tiramisu. This was worth savoring. It was like eating melted chocolate and fresh whipped cream and ice cream. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Eli ditched me again before I was finished with my dessert at dinner. I'll go ahead and tell you how dinner was. It was MDR again, and it wasn't the greatest. You know, the lasagna was okay. Kind of tasted like a frozen meal, honestly. The minestrone was okay, but the dessert was really good. And the little soft rolls that they bring you before your meal, those were the best parts of the meal for me. It's really difficult for me not to compare. I'm a new cruiser. As many of you know, I just started cruising last year, and so far I have sailed 7 of the 9 major lines that sail out of the US. And Royal Caribbean was my first and second cruise, so I was obviously really impressed because I fell in love with cruising through Royal Caribbean. But I've got to tell you that the food is very mediocre compared to, well, of course, Virgin. I mean, there's really no comparison. But compared to Princess and Holland America. The main dining room food was excellent. And on this ship, it's just not. It's right there with Carnival. It's just kind of meh. And for the amount of money that you pay to come on, especially the newer Royal Caribbean ships, I just expect more. The free food so far has not been good. I've still got a lot of things to try, and since I won some money in the casino, I am going to do some specialty dining. We were going to go to the Italian place tonight, but if you make reservations in the app for your dining, like we had My Time Dining, but they highly suggest that you make a reservation time. So I did reserve dining for 8:15. Now, I couldn't cancel it in the app. I think it has to be more than 24 hours, although I tried to cancel tomorrow night's reservation in the MDR and it wouldn't let me. So I'm going to have to go to guest services. So I couldn't make a new reservation without canceling the old. And we didn't really want to go to the Italian restaurant and risk not being able to get a table. So there's a tip for you. If you're going to cancel anything, make sure you do it at least 24 hours ahead of time. Per the app, that's supposed to work, although technically for me it did not. So I don't really have answers for that. I'll tell you guys what I find out when I go to guest services tomorrow to try to remedy that. Tomorrow we have one of 2 port days, and it is St. Martin. St. Martin is famous for the beach where the airplanes fly over you really close. Like they're landing like directly behind the beach. The airport's not far from the beach. So if you see all those famous shots of people laying on the beach and the airplanes just whizzing, it seems like you could just reach out and touch them. That beach is there. I'm not sure if we're going to go to that beach or not. We're going to take a ferry to another beach and boardwalk, and I'm going to look up the landing times and see if maybe I can coordinate it for us to be there during the plane times, because that's not the best beach to go hang out at the beach. It's more about the airplanes, and I need some beach time, y'all. I haven't found my groove on this ship. You know, I love hanging out with Eli, but Eli hangs out with me for a while and then he runs off to go be with his friends, and I'm kind of just left to myself. And the activities on board they seem to be mostly sales oriented, or it's like karaoke. You know, I did see a couple of dance classes and trivia. Just hasn't really been anything that I wanted to participate in too much. I've done karaoke a couple of times, but there's only so much karaoke a girl can take. And a lot of the activities are an extra charge. I'm just a little bit disappointed by that. Now, I did hang out at the pool a little bit yesterday, and today they actually shut down my favorite pool, and I couldn't figure out what happened. They just closed the pool, got everybody out and closed it. So I don't know if someone broke something in there or had an accident. I don't know, but it hasn't been open. It wasn't open for the rest of the day. So I just lounged on a lounger and read my Kindle. There were people playing their Bluetooth speaker, jamming out to some 80s rock, and it was like their music and the music that was blaring from the ship and all the kids running around being kids. You know, it was just a lot. I was just trying to relax and enjoy my Kindle. And I couldn't, so I came to the room and slept. So that's all for today, guys. That's how we spent our 2 sea days. I know I slept a lot. But stay tuned for the next video, which will be all about St. Martin. And until next time, as always, happy cruising.